Hello and welcome to the podcast of the Cordon Bleu Malaysia. Every episode we will talk about topics related to the culinary arts. My name is Ryan Kok and today marks the first episode of our podcast and I will talk about everything you need to know about the Michelin Guide. Purveyors of fine dining would surely be familiar with the Michelin Guide, considered one of the most prestigious honors in the culinary world for a restaurant to be included in it. Beyond being just a guidebook listing great restaurants, it is an acknowledgement of the chef's skills, the quality of food, as well as his exclusive culinary experience. Let me share with you a bit of history about the Michelin Guide. The Michelin Guide has the unlikeliest start, tracing its roots back to a tire company in France by André and Edouard Michelin. In 1889, the brothers came up with a guide containing useful information such as how to change a tire, maps, the location of petrol stations, and a list of places to eat nearby and take shelter to help all the motorists. The guide was given out for free for almost 2 decades until 1920 when André decided to sell the Michelin Guide. This new version also included a list of hotels and restaurants in specific categories as well as paid advertisements. In due time, the guide awarded stars to fine dining restaurants, ranking them from 1 to 3 stars. Today, some 40,000 establishments are listed across 4 different continents, covering 32 countries, and more than 30 million copies of the guide have been sold worldwide. So, let us talk about the rating system. Initially, the Michelin team will earmark the restaurant to be rated, usually by an anonymous reviewer. Although there have been rare instances where it is conducted openly and the restaurateur is aware that he is being inspected. After a report has been submitted and discussed by the Michelin inspectors, then a decision will be made on the number of Michelin stars to be given to the establishment, if any at all. A restaurant is awarded Michelin stars based on specific criteria such as quality of ingredients, food presentation, combination of flavors, value for money, and the consistency of food quality. Obviously, receiving a Michelin star rating is regarded as a top honor and accorded a certain reverence in the culinary world. Note that the Michelin Guide stars are given to the restaurants and not to the chefs themselves, as a nod to the collective effort and teamwork of the whole establishment. And while the epicenter of the Michelin Guide appears to be France, local food, alongside street stalls and hole-in-the-wall eateries have also been recognized. A paper qualification or legit training are not always the defining criterion for a chef to be noticed for a Michelin star restaurant, but they go a long way to hone one's cooking skills. One of the most comprehensive training programs in French classical cooking is the highly acclaimed Diplôme de Cuisine offered by Sunway Le Cordon Bleu, which enables students to learn the basics right up to advanced cooking techniques employed by professional chefs. The diploma can be completed in 9 months study and 3 months industry placement, comprising 3 certificates: basic, intermediate, and superior. Many of the educators have worked in some of the world's finest and Michelin-starred kitchens. Another option is the Grand Diplôme, a comprehensive training program that combines cuisine and pastry lessons taught by Le Cordon Bleu master chefs who have worked around the globe. The program covers all French gastronomy techniques necessary for handling a multitude of ingredients and adapting to world cuisines. At the end of their training, students will be equipped with a solid foundation in cuisine, pastry, or boulangerie. The Le Cordon Bleu Cooking Academy gives students access to an international network of chefs and international alumni across the globe, exposing them to numerous opportunities for interaction and growth. Among the many renowned Le Cordon Bleu chefs who have worked in Michelin-starred restaurants are Eric Briffet and Eric Bidiat. Closer to home, Chef Garima Arora from Mumbai heads Bangkok-based Gar restaurant, which was awarded the prestigious Michelin star, and is said to be the first Indian woman to get the honor. The Le Cordon Bleu alumni has worked with renowned international chefs like Gordon Ramsay and Rene Redzepi. Her restaurant's menu offers Indian Thai cross-cultural cuisine. Another notable chef is Vicky Wan Ki Lau, head chef and owner of one Michelin star restaurant Tate Dining Room and Bar in Hong Kong. Having honed her culinary skills at Le Cordon Bleu in Bangkok and worked at Michelin star Sepaj in Hong Kong, she was named the best female chef in Asia by Asia's 50 Best Restaurants. Pertinence in Paris, owned by Le Cordon Bleu alumni Quen Liu, who teamed up with fellow chef Ryunosuke Naito, was also awarded one Michelin star. Liu took up the cuisine course in Le Cordon Bleu Sydney, Australia, and completed her final semester at Le Cordon Bleu Culinary School in Bangkok. She also took up a 9-month pastry course in the south of France and then interned at Restaurant Antoine in Paris. She was the first Malaysian woman to be honored with a Michelin star, one of only 2 women on the 2018 list. Currently, one of the chef instructors of the Diplôme de Cuisine program at Samuel Le Cordon Bleu is Sylvain Dubrow, who has had experience at the Michelin star Le Melusine by Gourmet restaurant at Hilton Resort in Mauritius and the world-famous Lotte Hotel in Seoul, South Korea. If you are thinking of taking your cooking skills to the next level, a Le Cordon Bleu diploma will be your international passport to the world of cuisine that is recognized worldwide, bringing you a step closer towards the Michelin Guide. That concludes the first episode of our podcast at Le Cordon Bleu Malaysia. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to check out our new episodes when we release them in the future.